Hi everyone, and welcome to my country kitchen. I am going to show you today how to make beef cutlets. Now, something that we have a lot of here in Vermont is kale, and we also have a lot of really amazing farm fresh eggs. I get these from my friend Jen, who has amazing free-range organic chickens. I have a medley of herbs from my garden. Let's see, I have thyme, parsley and chives, and then I also have garlic, onions, and grass-fed beef, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to saute the onions in some olive oil, and I'm going to put that on very low heat and let that simmer while I steam the kale. A basic rule of thumb is to heat the pan, heat the oil, and then throw everything in there. When it comes to cooking vegetables, I don't get too fancy, and since I'm going to put the kale in cutlets anyways, I just put a tiny bit of water in a pan. I always use cast iron, and then I heat it up and I just steam the vegetables very lightly. So I just steamed the kale for, 2 minutes. It's still bright green, and I'm waiting for the onions to get a little bit softer, so I will chop up the kale a little bit more while I'm waiting for the onions to cook. So while the onions are still cooking, I'm going to start throwing all of these ingredients together. So let's start with the grass-fed beef, which I already opened and put in the bowl. Then we're going to go for the eggs, and the recipe calls for 4, but I have an extra one. Guess who gets an egg every time I cook? I just crack it open, put the shell in there. Okay, so I'm going to add the eggs to the beef now. Okay, I'm going to add the eggs to the beef. These are amazing eggs. They're bright orange. If you can get your hands on some organic, free-range eggs, especially from someone you know and love, that's extra special. Go for it. Okay, I'm going to stir everything together, and I'm going to add the onions last because they're hot. And I don't want them to cook the eggs because that would be kind of weird. So here's the parsley, the chives, and the thyme. And now I'm going to add all the kale. I guess you can't really see that, but I'm adding all the kale. And once I've stirred that around, I will add the onions. So now that I've mixed it all around, it doesn't look that appetizing because it's raw. I have my stainless steel cookie sheet, and I'm just going to use my hands and roll these up into balls like meatballs and put them in the oven for 25 minutes, and let's see what happens. So here I have the unbaked cutlets. I'm just going to throw them in a 350 oven I'll check them in 20 minutes and see how they're coming along. Okay, so what do we have here? Look at these beef cutlets. I just took them out of the oven about 20 minutes ago, and they are all cooled down. So I'm putting them in a container, and whenever people in this house, like my teenagers, get hungry, they can go in the refrigerator, grab one of these, warm it up or not, and put it on a bed of greens. It's almost like they could put tomato sauce on it. They could use them for meatballs. Probably I'm just going to grab them and eat them because that's how it goes. I got the recipe from an app called Keto Diet. Keto Diet. It's one of my favorite apps. It has a lot of really good, healthy meals in there that are super fast and easy. So here are my yummy grass-fed beef cutlets. I hope you liked the video and that you make these and that they're as yummy as mine. Bye.